The Fairfield County Fair. First held in Lancaster, Ohio in October of 1850, through the years, it's remained the place for young and old to celebrate community, agriculture, family, and fun. Check out the art, the history, the animals, the games, the shows, the rides, the food, the tradition. Discover why people come from all over the Midwest to experience the Fairfield County Fair year after year. Keep up with what's going on year-round at the fair with Tim Voris.
Hi, and welcome to At the Fair, an educational program for agriculture and what's going on at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds. I'm Tim Voris and glad to be your host today. We have a special guest with us, and I've brought in Sue Suttles to share a few comments and some information about what's going on at the Ohio State University Extension Office, Fairfield County. It is a pleasure to have you today, Sue.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, for those of us that don't know you, because we all know you, share with us a little bit about Sue Suttles.
Well, Sue Suttles was a 4-H member here in Fairfield County for about 9 years. Then I became a 4-H advisor soon after high school, and I've been a 4-H advisor for 45 years. One of the jobs that I had 5 jobs that I wanted to do in my lifetime, I've knocked down 4 of them. And working at the 4-H office was one of them.
Okay.
And so I am currently the 4-H program assistant here in Fairfield County.
Okay, you're kind of the go-to girl out there, honestly, that most of us call and say, hey, Sue, how can you help us with that, or what do you...
I try to be,
yeah,
yes.
You do.
We have a whole staff that will help you with any of your questions.
Missy and Leslie and the group that's out there.
And
they
Ellen,
all,
yes.
And Ellen, they all do a great job, and I'm glad you could spend a few minutes with us today. Let's talk a little bit about what's 4-H. How do we impact a kid today? We recently had an open house at the fairgrounds where we had children come out to the fairgrounds and look at the availability of clubs and groups, and share with us a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, our 4-H year, we start with recruiting in January and February. I take a group of older youth with me. I email all the schools and call them to, and this is in Fairfield County. So we have 5 elementaries here in Lancaster, and we have about 9, I think, out in the county. Of course, Pickerington has a little bit more. And we ask them if we can come in and talk to their 3rd graders.
Okay.
About 4-H. That's generally where we start. Our 4-H program, traditional 4-H program, starts with when a student is 8 and in the 3rd grade. They have to meet both those criteria, and then that's why we start at the 3rd grade level. I take the older youth out, and they bring their projects and sometimes even an animal here and there, and they talk to the students about how 4-H has impacted their lives and what they do in 4-H to recruit. Then we hand everybody a pamphlet. If they would want to enroll, then we ask them to fill that out, send it back to our office, either by email or by snail mail or giving us a call. And then we also invite them to come to 4-H Day, which is always held the first Saturday in March.
Okay.
And this year we had over 300 people to attend.
What a great turnout.
I know. It was fantastic to see everybody there. And at that time they can enroll in 4-H as well. We have maps of where all the 4-H clubs are. We have 57 of them here in Fairfield County, all over Fairfield County. And then we tell them where the clubs meet, what time they meet, and then we connect them with the club.
Mm-hmm. What you've been kind of in this role for a number of years. And what have you seen throughout the years with technology and a lot of changes to all these kids have phones today, so they're on their phone or they're texting or they're communicating. How has that impacted 4-H and agriculture in our community as far as the extension and the program for young people?
Well, first of all, we have to keep up with it. And it's amazing what the computer looked like when I first started my job about 26 years ago versus what it looks like today.
Okay.
And then our kids are always communicating through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, different things like that. Snapchat and so on like that.
And we have a registration this year that's new.
Right. Our 4-Hers for this year, our new thing is that we are going online. We have a data program through the 4-H state office. It's called 4-H Online. And all of our 4-Hers this year will actually enroll in 4-H through an online process. We had a workshop last night for our advisors to come in or our 4-Hers to come in, and we can show them how to get onto the website and then click into their family email and enroll in 4-H this year. And then we showed our advisors then how they will be able to get reports and so on like that.
And we've kind of been working towards improving our technology today with the sale committee and some of the new technology with that for our sales and stuff like that. Are you getting a lot of questions or anything from kids about what they need to do or how they can do it over technology or anything like that when you're going to the schools?
Not really in the schools. We usually get the questions after they have decided that they want to enroll. And then I'm sure in the next year we will have lots of questions since this is a new program that we're starting where everybody will do that. And we're getting calls daily and all of us answer the questions on how do I get on? And once you show them how to get on, most of all these kids can show us basically what
Sure.
they've done and how they do it because they're very tech savvy and they know what to do and stuff. So it's a very easy maneuverability and process to do their enrollments online.
What is the website for the Ohio State Fairfield County Extension?
The website for Fairfield County is fairfield.osu.edu.
Okay.
And then for our particular program, you would scroll down and look on the left-hand side of the page, and you'll see 4-H Youth Development, and then you'll click on there, and that gives you all the 4-H information for this year. We have what we call the Advisor Red Book, and that has everything from January to December and all the different forms and so on that the advisors use and gives them all the updated information for the whole year.
Okay.
On that one.
Are you seeing a lower, I know this year we had 60 plus beef exhibitors that brought their beef in to get away to be prepared to show this year and stuff. Are you seeing the larger animals kind of numbers throughout the years going down, or are they pretty well consistent with small
From what
animals?
we've had, yes.
Yeah.
Our larger, like the beef, have went down, but they're staying pretty steady at that 65 with about 45 animals or so on. The hogs are still up there, over 300 of them, and the lambs are generally about 100 to 120.
Okay.
So they're staying pretty good, but I'm looking for them to start to increase. And of course, our goat population has very much increased.
Well, and we talked about that at the sale committee, that we're going to extend a few slots for the sale for a few of these animals to increase that, to give the kids some more availability to do those kinds of things.
Right. We have, we used to sell 10 turkeys. Now we're going to be selling 15, which is awesome. We have now included, the poultry committee came to us and asked us for those turkey slots, but they also asked us for market ducks. So this is going to be a first for us to have 2 market ducks. And then we also increase the slots for their dairy feeders as well.
Okay.
So, but we still have lots of bunnies and lots of chickens and
Lots
goats.
of things going on down there.
Yes.
I walked through the round barn and over to the sale building over there and stuff, and it was just amazing to see these young kids carrying around their projects, whether it was a chicken or whether it was a turkey or something like that, to be judged and all the different things. So a lot of those facets are really fascinating. If you haven't been over to that area during the fair, stop over and talk to a young person, ask them about their project, and just see. They take a lot of time and a lot of dedication into those, and I think that's the inspiring part about Sue Suttles, is her impactment into young people, because even myself, when I was a 4-H advisor and I had my children in 4-H, she was very helpful for me. She was very important in helping me kind of get to that next level. So I would encourage you, if you are interested in having a young person become involved in 4-H, give me a few steps. What should they do, Sue, if somebody today is watching our program and they want to be able to get involved this year?
You can still join 4-H. We place all of our kids that we've received either through 4-H Day or the enrollments or phone calls. We place them in March and April to our different clubs, but all of our clubs have to be declared clubs with members with projects by May 1st. So the window's getting a little short, but yes, give us a call. Our phone number is 740-652-7260, and talk to any one of us. That'll put you into the main office. Talk to any one of us about connecting you with a 4-H club. We hope that they still have room, because some of our clubs have pretty large numbers.
Right.
So we're hoping that all of them will still take new members. Had a phone call today that somebody wanted to show their dog, so hopefully they got connected to that dog club in Pickerington. We have a club here in Lancaster that is accepting dogs too, but not as extensive as the one in Pickerington. So our clubs right now are recruiting and getting their members to do that open enrollment, and so we're hoping that we have a good many of them. Last year we had about 1,250 kids. We're hoping,
Wow.
our numbers are staying steady, but we're hoping that they always go up
Right.
and stuff, and that we get a few more Lancaster kids too.
Sure, sure.
And also want to remind you too that 4-H is not just the animals. We have a display barn at the fair. Oh my gosh.
And that was what I was going to say,
Yeah.
is we have a lot of wonderful things for
Summer projects that are
Yes.
judged during the summer. Our clothing projects, all of our clubs have, not all of them, but the majority of them have a display in the display barn. And these are all the projects that are judged during the summer, which we have over 200 different projects to offer. So you can imagine having 1,200
Sure.
kids, how many projects are judged during the summer as well.
Right, and there's a lot of different things these kids are into today, even FFA, where at the Ag Amazing building, you go up there and you can walk through and see the different articles or different items that the young people have worked on throughout the year. So it's a great time to be involved in Fairfield County and Fairfield County 4-H and our good friends out at the OSU Extension Office of Fairfield County. We are partnering together to make things better for Fairfield County and for the youth. And thank you again for stopping in with us. I hope you can stop back and we can share some more with you and what's going on in 4-H and Extension. Anything you want to share before we kind of close out today?
No, but thank you very much for helping us to promote 4-H here in
Sure.
Fairfield County, because it is a positive youth development program.
It is very
Yes.
positive for all of us. Thanks for tuning in today with our special guest, Sue Suttles from OSU Fairfield County Extension. It's always a wonderful time to have special people, special events to present to you, the viewer of At the Fair. And we encourage you to tune in. Thank you again to Nauman Signs for their wonderful artwork on our signs, to the Fairfield County Christian Academy and the young men and women and JT Burchin that put this program on. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you the next time at the fair.